Hi, I'm Shikhar, and this is how I learned to create games. I am born and brought up in Ghaziabad, UP, and the very first time I played games was the cassette games that we used to have in our days, like triple line in one. So those were the games I played very firstly with my cousins, and I would say the bird shooting game was my very first game that I played on a TV. So there are many games that I fell in love with, but to take a name, I would say Dave. I pretty much love Dave a lot because the different levels that they used to give at that time, and the satisfaction you get when you complete the level and move on to other. So that was great, but from now on, in the previous days also until now, Dave is being improved. So I'm playing Dave from the childhood to here. So I've seen that game improve as well. So that's why I connect to that game, and it was a simple 2D platformer, but it showed you the infinite possibilities that you can do with a simple platformer game. So I love that, and yeah, I would choose Dave for now. So my education background, just like every other kid, I chose PCM in school, and I did engineering. So my engineering was in electrical. I did that from Greater UPTU University itself, and I after doing electrical also, I did not go into core electrical job because that was just another thing or another promise given. So anyways, so I did multiple careers in my life, and there was a point when it came to me that okay, so from now on, if I am in this career, I will do this for the lifetime. So that gave me a kick. Okay, Shikhar, let's give one more chance. Your family is stable, you are stable, and you can do it. So just go and explore. So in that area, I explored multiple opportunities, and I did multiple things. Like even from being a pilot to do coding. So I went to multiple domains. So but then this game development stuck in my head because this was a thing I usually do in my free time when I'm sad, when I'm bored, when I'm happy. So I make games. I play games. So this was a thing that went inside me that okay, why not go into game development? Then I studied about what all comes when you make a game and when you market, publish a game. So from that niche, I chose to make games and start game development. So I'll give the answer to this question in two parts: family and friends. So these both are different domains, and these both people react differently. So first, I will choose friends. So what happens now when I was doing in a job, I was getting a pretty good salary, and also this was it. But there was one thing which was lacking, that was respect and recognition. But when I told my friends, yeah, when I told people of my same age or my less age that I'm a game developer, it brings a spark, and I can see that spark and that recognition. Okay, then they want to know more about my career. If I would just say I'm a research analyst at XYZ company, then okay, pass on. But when you say that you are a game developer and you do all these things, people get really excited, and that what thrills me. Matlab, that is what catch I was looking for, the respect and recognition. So it was a very good feedback from my friends. Now, if I answer family, so in family, now mom and dad, there are two people. So my dad is also a chemical engineer. He was a bit dubious that you have done electrical and you want to go in coding. So why not you have chosen computer science from the first end? But in the end, they were like happy. They said, Ki, if you can pull this off, they gave me a time of 1 year. So it was a mutual agreement. Okay, you have 1 year. If you can pull this off, that's great. Now, because my dad is also a tech person and he values tech, though he's a chemical engineer. But he says that if you are good in tech, your demand will never go out in the industry, and you will love your job basically. It's not that okay, the work is saturated. So he learned in that way. My mom just wanted me to be stable. So I cracked that thing in 1 year, and yeah, Now everybody syncs up with me, and now in the place where I am, so my work is also getting shown. If in earlier days, in whichever companies I was, we used to work for clients, but now I work for consumer directly, so they can see my work on Play Store and App Store. So okay, so they are also happy. I'm also happy. So, before joining game development, my career was more towards a research analysis or research associate for a Big Four company. So, I had a knack of researching a lot before starting on any project. So, when I entered this field of game dev, so I took sessions, orientation sessions from anywhere and everywhere I can get. So yeah, so when I was researching for it, I went to every particular course provided by every institute, every college, or every company that they were given. So I did the orientation courses by everyone. So like before going to Outscale, I did around 15 to 16 orientation courses with and with all the study materials they are gonna provide. That they say I used to go and search them on Udemy and an academy and YouTube if they are relevant or not. And pretty much everything that I found in these 15, 16 places was same, like their approach and their and the way of teaching things and what they are teaching was pretty much same. Then I came across Outscale. Till date, I don't exactly remember how I came across, but I think it must be through some advertisement or marketing on LinkedIn or something. Because when you are constantly searching for one thing, the internet automatically feeds up your feed. So from there, I went and as I was on a trial mode, so I went to Outscale. So from there, my journey started with Outscale. So I would say two things mattered a lot, and they were a true differentiator for me at that time for my requirement. One was the community that Outskill provided, and second was the LinkedIn reach. So, as being a professional in the industry for around 3 years, I knew the power of LinkedIn. Now, and when I got to know, so these guys, just मतलब, accepts our assignment from LinkedIn submission. I thought that was great. That was like achieving two targets at once. I would also get reach on LinkedIn and my work is also completed. So that was a thing I really liked. And secondly was the community. From the first orientation itself, it was not like a session with people sitting on mute. Everybody was talking, and everybody was talking after on Discord also. So from the first instance, I became connected to people around itself. Because again, see, if I talk about the teaching things or whatever the study materials, it is pretty much the same across YouTube or any other platforms. It's the way how you learn and how you teach things that was a true differentiator without scale. Coming from a non-coding background, it was really, I thought that it would be really tough for me, to start this from scratch instead of people who have already done computer science and like who have done coding in their college life. They will get a pretty head start. So the thing that surprised me most was their community was really active. So, what do I say? A simple and a noob doubt, say like a complex doubt. If I ask on Discord, I would say hardly half an hour, 1 hour was the time. Till now, till date, it has been like 2 3 years or more, I guess. But till date, if I ask something on that platform, I get response, which is great and which surprises me till date. So this is for surprise. And secondly, for challenge, I would say, yeah, the first submission, the tank game we made, that was pretty much a challenge when we were introduced to design patterns and I could see that people customizing their game, the students across me, or sorry, my clanmates across me, they were customizing their games, and I was just figuring out to run this perfectly without an error. So that was a challenge, but again, with all the guidance and with all the mentors, I overcome that. And I faced this challenge only once, but as a Baki, though, it was a pretty good journey. So yeah, but that challenge also taught me a lot of things and a lot of ways to fail. So that is why I learned, okay, this cannot be done, this cannot be done, this is the right way. So now I became familiar with Unity bugs a lot in that particular phase. Now if I get bugs on any kind, I know, okay, where I have to get. So the RCA on that challenge process, the root cause analysis that I learned, that really helped me a lot. Two games, I would say. Firstly, the tank game, and secondly, we made a game for a game jam, not of Outscale, but we were participating in other game jam, and that game was Space Invasion. So I am really proud of those games, especially the tank one, because till date, till date, if I go on giving interviews for some other companies, I always showcase that game because, and I tend to play that game also sometimes, because we did a lot of things there, and making a game is a different thing, and optimizing a game to certain level that it runs flawlessly, that was great. So so I'm proud of both of these games. And the second game was Space Invasion, that was created, I guess, in 2 or 3 days. We were all the three members team. Everybody was given a task, and that assignment was specifically given to us to make us learn how to work in a team when we'll go in corporate. So at this level, Outskill used to think, which I could not find anywhere else. So yeah, so these two games are my favorite till now. Other games also are there, but I cannot name them because they are company properties. But these two games are my property, so yes. So yeah, for me it was great. Code reviews were the for me was the USP of that, because every time, so so there was a proper process. Your CV was to be made, your projects has to be made, and what are you using, what are you saying. So this all used to be maintained, and we used to give updates regularly. Not only me, I could also see what my clan mates are doing, so if I can learn something from them. And secondly, see, when you give, so Outscale gave us chances based on our capabilities to interview in the companies. So interview the people do, but generally they don't get feedback. But what Outscale did, they not only gave feedback, but also gave us improvements to improve on from our next call. So that really gave me a confidence, because that I could see in myself, okay, these were the mistakes I did previously, and these are the mistakes that I don't have to do again. You won't believe, till date, I have two separate notebooks in which I have. We used to get assignments, and I have all my videos of interview preparation. Till date, I have all those notes, and let me tell you, nothing comes outside from those notes. Till date, if I have to give any interview, I take that up and I brush up my skills, and like I've given 5 to 6 interviews, and I could tell you nothing comes out from that. So it was that much detailed at that time. So that really gave us confidence on those terms, and obviously feedback that Alar used to give or Moink used to give, that was really great. And code reviews were the best part, because whatever you are writing, there are 3 or 4 ways to write the same thing. So currently, I'm working at Geo Tesseract. So we are a company which makes AR and VR games and applications for Geo platform. Okay, so that's my company, and the work that I'm doing is not pretty much released, so I don't know what to say about it. But also, like we have all seen that mark the companies like Apple have taken Apple and Meta, they have taken through the market with their Vision Pro headsets, and their Ray-Ban glasses, and they are just, that is basically becoming the future nowadays. So on similar lines, we are working. I'm currently working in AR and VR development. So that is for there, and we are trying to make devices and software which Indian people can use according to their requirements. And instead of saying okay Google or hey Siri, we can say namaste. Yeah. So yeah, that is. If I have to go back in my days, and yeah, I would say I was pretty unsure about this career, of choosing this career, and there were many things in my mind that okay, will I get a job, will I get money, will I get what I want to work. Now, if there is a market in India or not, like nowadays, so gaming is recognized by our honorable prime minister as well. But like if I say 5 to 6 years down the line, it was not that much there. One thing I learned from this, that if you are good at something, now there are never limited options. In After coming into this profession, and after after learning a lot of things, I saw that this is the profession where you can easily, you can do freelancing, you can take up projects when you want, you can get a job. There are ample of opportunities, and I won't say ki you will get a load amount of money in the start or whatever, but I would say one thing, that after the end of the day, when you will come to home, you will have a smile on your face. And on the next day, I wait to go into office and try new things and do work. Earlier, I just used to work to finish my clock. Now I work to finish my projects and see the reaction of people of my work. So yeah, so I am in this career, I'm loving the work that I do, and that is the most important thing nowadays, which gives you less stress and happiness, which is more worthy than any amount of money that you can get.